Have you ever put on a full outfit, your best blouse, favorite lipstick, even a fresh haircut only to look in the mirror and feel older than you remember? It's not your face or your age. It's the color combinations you're wearing. Many women over 60 unknowingly choose colors that drain their skin, dull their energy, and make them look 10 years older without even realizing it. But the right pairings, they lift your features, brighten your complexion, and bring your confidence back to life. At 67, I stopped wearing washed-out neutrals and started combining soft coral with warm ivory. And within a week, 3 people asked if I had just come back from vacation. In this video, I'll reveal 15 color combinations that do more than just match. They rewind time. And wait till you see shade number 7. It's subtle, it's sophisticated, and it might just change everything you thought you knew about aging and color. Stay with me. Your most radiant years might just be one outfit away. 1. Beige and white, but make it warm. Beige and white may seem like the ultimate safe neutrals for women of all ages. But after 60, have you ever worn a crisp white blouse with pale grayish beige trousers and looked in the mirror only to see your face appear washed out, tired, somehow less alive? You're not imagining it. The issue lies in the undertone, not in you. As our skin begins to lose its natural warmth and light-reflecting glow, overly bright whites or cool beige shades with gray undertones can actually make us look more fatigued, sometimes even older than we are. According to fashion color experts, after 50, women's skin tends to appear paler or more uneven in pigmentation. Choosing the right warm-toned neutrals can instantly revive your appearance without any makeup or dramatic intervention. I once met Helen, a 67-year-old woman who came into the boutique with her daughter. She brought along a beige cardigan she adored, but every time she wore it, she said she felt like she disappeared. After a brief chat, I gently suggested she try a camel-toned blazer with a soft ivory blouse instead of stark white. When she looked at herself in the mirror, her eyes lit up. Wow, I look so much more refreshed. If you want to apply this today, take a fresh look at the whites and beiges in your closet. Do they lean cool, gray, or harshly bright? Start gradually replacing them with shades like ivory, camel, and off-white colors that remain neutral but offer a soft, skin-flattering warmth and a quiet kind of elegance. Don't forget to pair them with gold-toned accessories, a subtle way to say, you still shine, you just needed the right kind of light. And if this tip resonated with you, wait until you see shade number 2. Because the most powerful color in your wardrobe might actually be the one draining your energy every single day. 2. Black plus jewel tones. From harsh to elegant. We all know black is considered the ultimate little dress, classic elegant, slimming, and forever in style. But after 60, have you ever worn an all-black outfit and felt drained? Like your reflection looked tired, maybe even a bit heavy or harsh? Don't worry, it's not you. It's that black has been standing alone for too long. Color and style experts agree. As we age, especially post-menopause, our skin loses some of its natural contrast. When that happens, black can start to feel cold, emphasizing under-eye shadows, fine lines, or creating a dullness around the face. But the solution isn't to abandon black altogether. It's to soften it with rich, elegant jewel tones like emerald, sapphire, or ruby. I remember meeting Clarice, 62, who always wore black dresses to parties because they're safe and easy. But that day I handed her a pair of emerald earrings and a soft sapphire silk scarf to drape around her neck. When she looked in the mirror, her reaction was immediate. Wow, I actually look radiant. If you want to apply this today, keep wearing black, but don't let it stand alone. Add a pair of ruby earrings, a teal clutch, or a jewel-toned scarf, and you'll feel the transformation instantly. This is how you keep the sophistication of black without losing your glow. And if you think black needs rescuing, there's another color long forgotten by many that's quietly becoming the secret weapon for looking luminous after 60. You won't want to miss what's coming next. 3. Navy plus taupe blush, the soft classic. Have you ever worn black and felt like it looked a little too harsh, too formal, or made your skin appear dull? That's perfectly natural. After 60, many women no longer crave bold power in their clothing. Instead, they seek something softer, more refined, graceful, but still quietly authoritative. And when black starts to feel too rigid, navy becomes the perfect alternative. At this age, many women want to maintain a polished, professional style, but they also long for warmth, ease, and a touch of feminine softness. That's exactly why shades like blush pink, taupe, and ivory pair so beautifully with navy. They gently soften the deep blue, add subtle femininity, and most importantly, bring light back to the skin without a drop of makeup. I still remember one afternoon when Mary Ann, 65, was getting ready for her grandchild's school meeting. She arrived in a stiff black suit, looking very formal, and admitted she felt like she was about to chair a board meeting. I suggested she try a navy blazer instead, with a silk blush blouse underneath. Just 2 pieces and her entire face lit up. Her smile was brighter, her posture more relaxed. "Now I look like a mother who knows how to love herself," she laughed. If you want to try this, start by swapping out your usual black jacket for navy. Pair it with soft pastels like ivory or blush pink. That subtle shift will make you appear more approachable while still looking elegant and elevated, whether you're headed to work, a family gathering, or simply out for a quiet weekend coffee. And if you think navy feels refined, just wait until you see what happens when olive green meets camel. That next combination brings out a kind of quiet luxury that may just make you rethink your entire fall wardrobe. 4. Olive plus camel, earthy elegance. Many women over 60 shy away from greens, especially deeper shades like olive or moss, fearing they'll look too mature or washed out. Have you ever felt that way? Maybe you've seen an olive blouse on a rack and thought, could that really work on me? But the truth is, when styled right, olive doesn't dull your look, it elevates it, subtly and beautifully. After 60, as our skin tones soften, choosing earthy hues like olive and camel can create a magical balance, warm, grounded, and rich with depth. This pairing helps you stand out without shouting. Stylists call it a quiet luxury palette, the kind of understated elegance that doesn't rely on sequins or loud colors, but instead uses just the right tone to highlight your natural presence. I still remember Linda, 68 years old, a retired teacher, walking into the studio with her soft silver hair. She usually wore muted beiges and pale grays. "They feel safe," she said. But that day, I suggested a light olive blouse, topped with a camel trench coat and a delicate gold necklace. She didn't say much at first. She just stood in front of the mirror for a long while, then softly smiled. "It's been a while since I felt this confident in my presence." If you want to try this look, don't be afraid to start small. Maybe an olive scarf, a camel jacket, or even a pair of shoes or a handbag in those tones. This duo is especially stunning in the fall, but for women who love minimal elegance, olive plus camel can truly work all year round. And if olive can offer that kind of quiet power, just wait until you meet the next pairing, Burgundy and Blush. It's a combination that balances richness and femininity in a way that never goes out of style. 5. Burgundy plus Blush, power meets grace. Red has always been a color of strength. But after 60, many women admit, "I'm afraid to wear red, it feels too bold, too attention-seeking." That feeling is completely valid. But if you still want to be seen in a softer, more graceful way, then the pairing of Burgundy and Blush is the quiet answer you've been looking for. According to color psychology, Burgundy represents maturity, depth, and inner strength. Blush, on the other hand, evokes softness, subtlety, and even a touch of sweetness. Together, they form a beautiful contrast that doesn't ask you to choose between being powerful or being gentle, because at this stage of life, you are both. Adrienne, a 63-year-old former attorney, once told me she wanted to wear something with presence to her daughter's wedding, but she didn't want to look too bold or too severe. We chose a silk blush blouse, deep burgundy trousers, and rose gold earrings. When she stepped out of the fitting room, her eyes glistened. "It's been so long since I felt both powerful and soft at the same time." You can wear this color pairing for almost any meaningful occasion, a dinner party, a business meeting, or even a first date where you want to leave a quiet, unforgettable impression. Let Burgundy be the foundation and blush, the light that gently lifts and softens it. Because here's the truth, you don't have to choose between strength and tenderness. You've always carried both. And if you thought this pairing felt poetic, the next one might just refresh you in the most literal sense. Charcoal and Lavender, a cool, unexpected duo that makes your skin glow with quiet elegance. 6. Charcoal plus Lavender, the cool refresher. If black feels too harsh and navy has become too familiar, then charcoal gray might be the alternative you didn't know you needed. But don't let this smoky shade stand alone. Let Lavender step in like a soft breeze, bringing freshness, femininity, and a quiet kind of sophistication. Many women over 60 shy away from purples, fearing they'll look too old, but lavender is actually one of the most flattering colors for mature skin. It brightens the under-eye area, softens signs of fatigue, and gives a light, clear effect, especially for those with cool or neutral undertones. When paired with charcoal, a serious grounded gray, you get the perfect harmony of strength and softness, creating a look that's modern, elegant, and quietly radiant. I still remember Clara 66, a sharp, intelligent woman who always wore dark colors because she didn't want to look flashy. That day, I gently draped a soft lavender scarf over her charcoal wool coat. She gazed at her reflection for a long while, then softly said, "My eyes look brighter. I feel more alive, but I haven't lost my seriousness." If you're not ready to revamp your whole wardrobe, just start with accents. A lavender scarf, pale purple earrings, or a soft inner blouse beneath a charcoal jacket, just enough to awaken your whole outfit. And the beauty is this, you don't have to wear bold colors to shine. When softness meets the right moment, it becomes presence. But if you thought lavender was refreshing, the next color combo might just make you smile with its surprising youthfulness. Crisp white and soft blue, a duo that feels like morning sunlight gently touching your skin. 7. White plus soft blue, the fresh awakening. There are days when all you want is to wear something simple, not layered, not fussy, no extra accessories, yet still look in the mirror and think, I look fresh today. Light, easy. If you've ever felt that way, then white and soft blue might be the color combination made just for you. According to color psychology, white reflects light, instantly brightening the skin. Meanwhile, soft blues like powder blue, periwinkle, or icy blue offer a calming, airy effect, like a fresh breath after long, tiring days. And the best part? This combination can quietly soften the signs of age without a trace of foundation or lipstick. I once met Susan 61, a widow living alone in Florida. She told me, I only wear beige and gray because it's easy. But the more I wear them, the more I feel like I disappear. I chose a powder blue sweater for her, paired it with off-white trousers and simple pearl earrings. She stood silent for a moment, then said softly, "It's been a long time since I've seen this kind of light in myself." If you've never tried this duo, start on a quiet weekend. A pale blue blouse, white pants, or a white dress with an icy blue scarf. Gentle but radiant. It's especially perfect for beach days, picnics, or early evening dinners when you want to feel refreshed without making a big statement. Because like natural light, it doesn't take much. Just a little glow is enough to brighten your whole face. And if you've fallen in love with this airy elegance, the next color pairing will make you want to wrap yourself in fall. Chocolate brown and burnt orange, a deeper kind of warmth, rich with character and grace. 8. Chocolate brown plus burnt orange, fall without fade. Some colors feel like a warm embrace from autumn cozy, poetic, full of quiet depth. But at the same time, if not styled thoughtfully, warm tones like brown or orange can dull the skin and unintentionally add years to your look. So if you've ever been hesitant about burnt orange or deep browns, this is your invitation to take another look, because chocolate brown and burnt orange aren't just on trend. They're a gentle revival of style after 60. What makes this combination feel so refined is its perfectly balanced contrast. Chocolate brings depth, a sense of grounded elegance, while burnt orange, with its warm terracotta glow, brightens the neckline, cheekbones, and eyes. It's like adding a sprinkle of cinnamon to a cup of espresso, not loud, but unforgettable. I once worked with Janine 65, a retired art teacher who always wore neutrals because she feared warm tones would clash with her naturally red hair, now softly silvering. One day, I suggested a burnt orange silk blouse paired with chocolate trousers and a wide gold cuff bracelet. When she stepped out, she glowed like an October afternoon and said, "Why did I never dare to wear this color all these years?" If you have brown or red hair or neutral toned skin, this pairing is ideal. You can ease into it with small touches, a burnt orange scarf, a chocolate coat, or espresso-colored leather shoes. The feeling it brings isn't just warmth, it's depth, experience, and a beauty that speaks without trying. Because when a color makes you think of cinnamon, coffee, and the golden light of a late afternoon, it's doing exactly what it was meant to do. 8. Chocolate brown plus burnt orange, fall without fade. Some colors feel like a warm embrace from autumn, cozy, poetic, and full of depth. But at the same time, if not styled carefully, warm tones like deep brown or burnt orange can sometimes wash out the skin and unintentionally add years to your look. So if you've ever hesitated with rich browns or spicy oranges, now is the time to reconsider, because chocolate brown and burnt orange aren't just fashion-forward. They're a gentle revival of your style after 60. What makes this combo truly luxurious is the perfect balance it strikes. Chocolate brings depth, calm, and a timeless sense of groundedness. Burnt orange, with its warm, brick-like undertone, lights up the neck, cheekbones, and the eyes. It's like an espresso kissed with cinnamon, quiet, comforting, but unforgettable. I remember Janine 65, a retired art teacher who always wore neutrals out of fear that warm colors would swallow her up, especially with her naturally red hair now softened to silver. One day, I chose a burnt orange silk blouse, paired it with chocolate trousers and a wide gold cuff bracelet. When she stepped out, she radiated like an October afternoon and whispered, "Why have I never dared to wear this before?" If you have brown or red hair or neutral-toned skin, this pairing is ideal. Start small if you prefer, a burnt orange scarf, a chocolate coat, or espresso-toned leather shoes. What you'll feel isn't just warmth, but depth, experience, and a kind of beauty that speaks for itself. Because when a color makes you think of cinnamon, coffee, and late afternoon sun, it's doing exactly what it's meant to do. And if you thought this pairing was delicious for the eyes, just wait. The next combination will show you that pink and gray don't have to clash. They can whisper, not compete. Don't miss the gentle sophistication of what's coming next. Gray and soft pink. 9. Gray plus soft pink. Romantic minimalism. Have you ever opened your closet and realized most of it is gray? It's easy to pair, neutral, safe, but when there's too much gray, sometimes your reflection in the mirror starts to feel faded. That's when soft pink steps in, not to replace, but to gently awaken the softness you thought you had left behind. Many women over 60 tend to avoid pink, thinking it's too youthful or not age-appropriate. But here's the truth. The right blush pink chosen in just the right tone can brighten your face, soften features that time has made sharper, and reintroduce a subtle femininity. It doesn't make you look like you're trying to be younger. It simply lets you see yourself softer, lighter, more like who you truly are. I still remember Teresa 68, a retired architect who always wore gray trench coats and black trousers because those are the colors of professionalism. One day, I suggested she add just one thing, a soft blush silk scarf. No dresses, no makeover, just the scarf. And when she draped it over her shoulders and looked in the mirror, she let out a quiet breath and smiled. Maybe I can still be gentle. If you love minimalism too, try adding one small blush accent to your everyday grays. A pale pink cotton tee, a silk scarf, or a nude pink handbag. Nothing flashy yet deeply effective. Because when pink whispers instead of shouting, people don't just notice you, they linger. And if you thought pink and gray were the softest pairing of all, the next one will make you feel like you've just stepped into a classic film, graceful, confident, and quietly regal. Emerald and ivory, a color duo that carries strength and softness in equal measure. 10. Emerald plus ivory, royal modern. There are days when you want to stand out, but not in a loud, attention-seeking way. You want your presence to feel refined, graceful, and quietly magnetic. If you're looking for a look that feels elegant yet restrained, the pairing of emerald green and ivory is your secret weapon of quiet power. Emerald green, according to the Institute of Color Psychology, has the unique ability to brighten the eyes, flatter mature skin, and add a fresh clarity to the overall face. Meanwhile, ivory serves as the perfect backdrop. It softens bold tones, calms facial features, and brings balance without muting anything. When worn together, emerald and ivory are more than luxurious. They're remarkably poised. I once worked with Caroline 64, a retired literature professor who was preparing for her 40th wedding anniversary party. She wanted to look mature but radiant. We chose a floor-length emerald V-neck dress layered with an ivory blazer and small gold drop earrings. When she stepped out under the fitting room lights, her skin seemed to glow, no heavy makeup needed. She took her husband's hand and smiled, saying, "I guess I can still be your queen, can't I?" This color pairing is perfect for special occasions, weddings, evening gatherings, or even a quiet weekend dinner where you simply want to feel a little more luminous. If you're not ready to wear a full outfit in these tones, start small. An emerald scarf, a green blouse with an ivory skirt, or even just a piece of jewelry in this color family. You won't be disappointed with the effect, because sometimes you don't need to speak loudly to be seen. You just need to stand in the right light, in the right color, and that's enough. And if emerald made you feel like a quiet queen, the next pairing will take you somewhere entirely different. Deep plum and mustard where depth meets sunlight, and surprise is found in the very shades no one dares to try. 11. Plum plus mustard, unexpected luxury. Have you ever spotted a mustard blouse and thought, "It's beautiful, but probably not for me"? Or admired a rich plum color only to worry it might wash you out? Don't be too quick to dismiss them, because when plum and mustard come together, they form a bold, elegant pairing that's perfect for women over 60 who want to express confidence through color without ever needing to raise their voice. This pairing works because of their contrast. Plum is deep, ripe, and full of quiet power like a fine, aged wine. Mustard, on the other hand, is warm, cheerful, and just a bit nostalgic. Together, they don't compete. They complete each other. Mustard brings light. Plum brings grounding. I remember Martha 67, a retired journalist who had always favored safe colors like navy and beige. But that day, with her elegant silver hair and warm smile, I suggested something different. Plum trousers, a high-neck mustard silk blouse, and bronze-toned earrings. When she stepped out of the fitting room, she stood still for a few seconds, then smiled and said, "Wow. I look like a woman who knows exactly who she is." The beauty of this combo is that it flatters silver, brown, and red hair alike. The tonal balance naturally enhances both skin and hair. You don't have to wear the full outfit. A mustard scarf with a plum blazer or a plum dress paired with a golden brown handbag is enough to make a statement. Because confidence doesn't have to sparkle. It just needs the right color to speak on your behalf. And if this combination made you feel like you're coming back to yourself, then the next one may surprise you even more. With a pairing that whispers elegance for those who cherish stillness and grace. Taupe and teal, unassuming, quiet, yet impossible to overlook. 12. Taupe plus teal, neutral with personality. You love minimalism. You're drawn to soft, neutral tones, those elegant, understated shades that feel calm and timeless. But have you ever looked at yourself and felt like you were blending a little too much into the background? If taupe, gray beige, or soft brown hues have ever made you feel polished, yet slightly invisible, then it's time to refresh that aesthetic without losing the softness you love. Taupe with its gentle mix of gray and brown is the very definition of refined. But worn alone, it can sometimes mute you out. Enter teal, a rich blend of blue and green that feels intelligent, mysterious, and unmistakably unique. Together, teal brings life to taupe, while taupe tones teal down just enough. It's like a quiet conversation between calm and depth, elegant and deeply personal. I remember Evelyn, 65, a former bank manager, telling me how she felt like she was slowly disappearing inside her neutral office wardrobe. That day, I suggested something simple, a muted teal blouse under a soft taupe cardigan, paired with a brown leather bag and matching shoes. When she looked in the mirror, she laughed and said, "I'm still me, but somehow there's something fresher here." You can bring this color duo into your everyday life effortlessly at work, out to dinner, or during a casual weekend stroll. Just one small teal accent, a scarf, a shell top, even earrings is enough to lift an all-neutral outfit into something quietly stunning. Because fashion doesn't always have to be more. Sometimes it just has to be smarter, and suddenly you stand out without even trying. And if you think taupe and teal were the final surprise, wait until the next and last combo where power and minimalism come together through monochrome plus pop. A styling secret that proves one bold note is all you need to make a silent, unforgettable impression. 13. Monochrome plus one bold pop. The style shortcut. Some mornings you stand in front of your closet and sigh, "What should I wear today?" Not because you don't have enough clothes, but because you just don't want to think too hard. If that sounds familiar, here's a simple yet powerful styling secret: monochrome, with one bold pop. Wearing a monochrome outfit one single color from head to toe instantly creates a polished, elongated, and refined look. But sometimes that same simplicity can feel a little too safe, a bit dull. That's where one bold accent comes in. A red handbag, a pair of emerald heels, a coral silk scarf. Just one piece is enough to turn your entire look into a thoughtful statement. I once helped Joyce, 66, from Oregon get dressed for a brunch with old friends. She had picked a lovely cream sweater, matching trousers, and nude shoes. Elegant, no doubt, but something was missing. I gently draped a coral scarf over her shoulders. She looked in the mirror, then burst into a joyful laugh. One scarf, and it's like my whole energy just changed. You can try this trick on any day when you don't want to overthink. Pick one color: beige, gray, white, navy, then add one unexpected twist. A bold red lipstick, a violet bracelet, a cobalt blue purse. You don't need 10 complicated pieces, just one intentional detail that says, "I know exactly who I am." Because true elegance isn't about how much you wear, it's about what you choose. And why. And if you think a single color pop can shift your entire mood, wait until the next color pairing, where everything feels like morning light on a quiet day. Pastel and white A combination made for the days when you want to feel light, lifted, and quietly radiant. 14. Soft pastels plus white. Youthful, not childish. Have you ever looked at a blush pink blouse, a soft mint sweater, or a powder blue dress and instantly thought, "Oh, that's more for my granddaughter"? Many women over 60 quietly rule out pastels, afraid they'll look too sweet, too youthful-like they're trying too hard. But here's the truth. When paired with the right white, pastels don't make you look childish. They make you look light, fresh, and effortlessly refined. At a certain age, we no longer chase attention through loud colors. What we truly long for is a feeling like walking into a quiet spring morning, sunlight gently touching the skin, a sense of clarity. That's exactly what soft pastels and white give you, a look that doesn't shout, doesn't try too hard, but simply feels clear, clean, and right. I remember a woman named Grace, 69, a retired nurse who always dressed in dark colors because she felt they hid her flaws. But that day, I suggested something softer, a light blush blouse, off-white jeans, and nude low heels. Nothing more. When she saw herself in the mirror, her eyes blinked slowly as if recognizing something long lost. I look like myself, but from years ago. And yet, still the me of today. You don't have to overhaul your wardrobe. Start with one pastel top and white trousers. Or try a mint jacket over a simple ivory dress. It's perfect for spring weddings, brunches, garden parties, or any time you want to feel a little more lifted. Because these colors don't make you look younger, they help others see you again, in the most gentle, loving way. And if soft pastels made you smile, you'll fall in love with the next pairing. Camel and Burgundy, a timeless duo that feels like stepping out of a Parisian fashion spread. elegant, and quietly powerful. 15. Camel plus Burgundy, the timeless finish. There are color pairings that don't need sparkling accessories or elaborate designs to feel expensive. Their elegance doesn't shout, it's simply there, like a quiet confidence that's been cultivated over time. Camel and Burgundy is one of those combinations where refinement comes not from effort, but from a matured sense of taste. Many women after 60 say they no longer crave bold, flashy pieces, but they still want to feel stylish, put together, and seen. With Camel a warm, classic beige and Burgundy a deep, luxurious wine tone, you can achieve just that. No need for metallics, no trends required. These two hues beside each other say everything on their own. I remember Joanne, 70 years old, once a law firm director who always dressed discreetly. But in preparing for her 45th wedding anniversary, she softly said, "I want to be simple, but still make him look at me." We chose a gently fitted burgundy dress layered with a camel trench coat, paired with dark leather gloves and a delicate gold necklace. When she stepped out of the fitting room, her husband looked at her for a long moment and said, "If I could marry you again, right now, I would." This pairing works everywhere, fall, winter, or any chilly evening that calls for warmth and sophistication. Whether you're heading to the office, a dinner party, the theater, or a quiet coffee date, Camel and Burgundy always fits the moment. And the best part, it doesn't need to be noticed to shine. The moment you wear it, you feel the difference within. Because some color combinations don't announce themselves. They whisper, "I know exactly who I am." And now that you've completed this journey through 15 elegant shades, maybe you'll realize you don't need to replace your whole wardrobe. You just need to choose the colors that know how to love your skin, your eyes, and your spirit in a new way, graceful, luxurious, and uniquely yours. You've just journeyed through 15 color combinations, not trends, not fleeting fashion tips, but quiet, powerful shifts that help you see yourself with a little more kindness. Maybe somewhere along the way, you caught a glimpse of a woman you used to be, someone who once loved color. Or maybe for the first time in years, a quiet thought crossed your mind. Maybe it's time I try again. If that happened, hold on to that feeling. Because after 60, fashion isn't a race. It's a return. A return to the colors that make you feel more radiant, more alive, more like yourself than ever before. So, which color combination made you pause? Which one stirred something that's been quietly waiting inside you? Leave a comment. I'd love to hear your story. And if you have a friend who's been quietly wondering, "Where did my light go?" and share this video with her. Because sometimes all it takes is the right color to gently lead you back to yourself, bright, beautiful, and free.